guys, what is up? So I'm in the middle of moving right now, which is why I don't have my usual backdrop set up behind me. And I've already packed away my microphone and my lights and everything that I have, so I literally have my camera sitting on a box. I'm using the window for light. I don't have a microphone on my camera, so I'm sorry if the quality of the sound is not that great. I'm just a dumbass and I packed away all of my video equipment before Star Trek came out, and I'm not moving until next week, so things are kind of crazy right now. So I'm sorry about the weird quality of this video, but just deal with it. Now let's talk about what you guys really came here for, and that is Star Trek Beyond. I saw Star Trek Beyond last weekend, and I thought it was pretty good. I didn't leave the theater thinking it was like amazing, but it was good. I liked it. It was a good popcorn flick, and I'd probably watch it again. So Star Trek Beyond is basically about an attack on the Enterprise that forces them to crash land on this mysterious unknown planet. Then they eventually have to battle the bad guy, who is Krall, and pretty much stop him from taking over the world. Or the galaxy, I guess. But Krall is trying to find this artifact that will allow him to suck the life out of people, and that's not okay. So the Star Trek people are like, let's not let that happen. I am so good at explaining things, wow. I do like that the movie has two conflicts, which are the fact that they are stuck on this mysterious planet without a ship and they need to get off of it, and the fact that they have to defeat Krall. So they have these two huge problems that they have to face and figure out. Essentially, this movie is what happens when you take a comedy screenwriter and an action director and you mush them together. And the result is pretty entertaining. My favorite movies of all time always incorporate action and humor together. I just love the way that they work with each other. And I really appreciate when a film can concoct the perfect balance between the two. There were a good amount of funny lines thrown around here and there. And just when the plot was getting a little too thick, they would throw in a line that made me chuckle. Nothing was really like hilarious, but there were a lot of lines that did make me laugh and I enjoyed it. Chris Pine and Zachary Quinto have an amazing connection on screen. Their chemistry as Kirk and Spock is just perfect. I love it. It's just as good as it is in the other movies, if not better. I just love their totally opposing personalities and how they can still be best bros despite all of that. I also really love this chick. Her name is Jayla and she is awesome and I might be in love with her. Honestly, as soon as I saw her, my first thought was just, I need to cosplay her. And after seeing this movie, it was just enforced like times a million. Because she is just this badass, intelligent chick who will fuck your shit up without a second thought. And I love her. Plus she has a good taste in music. My kind of girl. Speaking of music, there is this one scene that I do not want to spoil, but it makes the most amazing use of a Beastie Boys song that I have ever seen in my entire life. And it's amazing. Definitely my favorite scene in the movie. It's like crack for a sci-fi action fan. Now the plot in itself was unfortunately not as awesome as the cool action scenes and the chemistry between characters, because while those factors were great, the plot didn't really compel me in any way. It was a pretty generic, here's a problem, here's another problem, here's a set of characters that have to work together to overcome that problem, here's a generic villain who wants to take over the world, here's a tiny bit of romance, here's the part where the team forms together and bonds and forms this awesome alliance to take down the bad guy and save the world. But nothing about it really made me go, ooh. It's kind of like when you go on a roller coaster that you've already been on, and it's a really fun ride. You'll have a few twists and turns and bumps and jumps, but in the end you saw it all coming and you feel kind of excited but not really changed. So Star Trek Beyond, it was a pretty good movie, pretty fun movie. I liked it. I'd say it's like on par with the second movie, not as good as the first. It's a blast, it's funny, it's visually interesting. It didn't give me that awesome, really inspiring gut feeling that really good movies give you. It didn't really make me think about anything exponential or profound, but it was a fun ride and it was a good popcorn flick. I'd give it like a solid B-, but because it didn't really make me that excited, I'm just gonna give it like a standard smiley face. And a spaceship, because I really fucking love spaceships. If a movie has spaceships in it, I am more than likely going to love the shit out of it. Even if it sucks, if it's like the worst movie in the entire world, I'm gonna be like, but spaceships. Anyways, let me know what you guys think of Star Trek Beyond. Did you like it? Did you hate it? Let me know in the comments below. Head on over to aggressivecomics.com for the latest and greatest in geeky news. I am Steph. This is the last you will see of this apartment forever. I will see you next time in a brand new setting, and thank you so much for watching Rated N.